Talk TV is a pretty well established, formerly radio show and now TV channel, which boasts the celebrity of Piers Morgan on their 8 p.m. weekday prime time slot, but which doesn't seem to have benefited too much from Morgan's celebrity, either indirectly for the channel as a whole or directly for Morgan's actual show. These viewing figures from Guido Fawkes put Mark Stein of GB News in the lead at 78,000, Farage on 65,000 and Morgan on 36,000. And this later lot put Nigel Farage on 99,000 and Morgan on 42,000. Dreadful numbers for somebody of Morgan's celebrity, and he's now taking an apparently scheduled 6-week break, and it's not totally clear if he'll be coming back. May or may not be back. Piers Morgan takes a 6-week break from Talk TV amid a drop in figures, saying you're going on holiday as a way of tactfully easing yourself out of a situation you no longer want to be in, but you want to avoid an immediate media meltdown, is known as doing an Andrew Neil, after Andrew Neil took a holiday from GB News last summer and was last seen presenting a show on Channel 4. How the mighty have fallen if the toupee has not yet. Andrew is now encouraging Rupert Murdoch, who is the owner of Talk TV, to poach Nigel Farage from GB News as a way of giving his channel another, I suppose, celebrity boost, and also to give a leg up to poor Piers and his piffling performance.
But if I was Rupert Murdoch, and clearly I'm not, I would call Nigel Farage, they're old mates, and I would say, Nige, come to a proper studio with proper sound and proper lighting and proper production values. Come on at 7 o'clock, just do what you do, and I want a really lively handover to Piers Morgan at 8 o'clock. Farage is the anchor, which is why in old Fleet Street parlance it would be a double whammy to get Farage, because you would hit GB News and you would bring him on and his 80,000 viewers or whatever it is he gets now to Talk TV. I mean, imagine if Piers inherited 80,000 viewers at 8 o'clock at night. Then what would he build that up between 8 and 9?
Assuming more money was offered, which would have to be the case to make the idea at all viable, there would still be some pretty serious problems. Would Farage take all of his 80,000 or so viewers? He'd take some, but he certainly wouldn't take all of them. Some would say, okay fella, on your way, I'm staying here for one reason, wherever Piers Morgan is, I am not. So he certainly wouldn't take all of them. And some people who might be disposed towards going and watching him on Talk TV as opposed to GB News might not take kindly to the idea that they're pawns in a media game, nor much the idea that they're so stupid, rightly or wrongly, that they would carry on, after watching the bloke they came across to the other channel to see, carry on watching the channel after he's finished, and Piers Morgan, who they may not like in the slightest, takes over. Some people might not take too kindly to the idea of them being that stupid. Nigel Farage might not be too keen to take the monumental risk of being seen to be aligned with all that shenanigans and potentially ending up with as pathetic viewing figures as Piers Morgan, because he would simply piss off so many of his viewers. And Piers Morgan, for his part, might not be too keen to be seen to be holding out the charity begging bowl for viewers to Nigel Farage. Arms for the poor, viewers for the failure, viewers for the failure. I'm sure Piers Morgan would take that on the quiet, but I don't think he'd be too keen about it. So there would be an awful lot of risks involved in that. But I mean, who knows? I've no idea what he's on at GB News, Farage, but if he's on $500,000 a year, would $1 million a year or $2 million a year be enough for Farage to stop worrying about the potential risks, the potential downsides, and do the jump from GB News to Talk TV? Hard to say, but it would certainly not be without risk.
Farage is the anchor, which is why in old Fleet Street parlance it would be a double whammy to get Farage, because you would hit GB News and you would bring him on and his 80,000 viewers or whatever it is he gets now to Talk TV. I mean, imagine if Piers inherited 80,000 viewers at 8 o'clock at night. Then what would he build that up between 8 and 9?